Yeah, I didn't even film how my day went, but the way it ended, woo, it's so small, foggy out here. The way it ended, it is after 12 midnight. I was supposed to leave at 11:15. The nurse never showed up. Look, I'm gone. It's two nurses in the building, and the DON is in the building. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I went ahead and I went to the DON. I said, the nurse still isn't here. My relief isn't here. He's like, oh man, like man, oh man, this is a mess. Okay, I was like, I waited 45 minutes for this nurse. I can't wait no longer. Like, I have to go. I got small kids at home. I have to wake up with these kids in the morning. Like, I can't be here. I gotta go. I was supposed to leave 30 minutes ago. I'm not, no, I'm gone. It's midnight. No, I was supposed to leave 45 minutes ago. I'm good. I waited a minute. I waited a long minute for this nurse to decide to come to work. So, I'm gone. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Y'all gonna have to figure this out. Like I said, the DON in the building, and it's other people here, so I'm gone. So, he probably felt some type of way. I don't know, but it's your building. You're responsible for it, so you deal with it. Right? So, anyways, then before that, like, I had ended up, like, telling the staffing person, like, I was like, I'm gonna cancel my shift for tomorrow because it was just so much drama. Not even drama, but just, like, they was telling us we had admissions, right? And hold on, let me write this down, yeah. Telling me that we had an admission coming in, only to find out that the DON was like, oh, it has to be put in the computer. This is literally that this place always has had paper charting. So he's like, I gotta get put in the computer. I'm like, okay, cool, I could do that. And they're like, oh, you have to use, we don't have a Windows login for agency nurses, so you're gonna have to use my login. He didn't give me his login. He just decided to come down there and put the login in the computer and just walk away. Which, mind you, it took him hours to come down there and do it. Like, I had to keep going in there because he was busy. They was busy. They had stuff going on they was trying to get done today, which I totally understand. Like, y'all still got a building to run, so I get it. Something like this is small to y'all. But if you expect me to do this admission, you expect me to put in the computers, like, I didn't get a report from the hospital, so I don't really know. Even though you get discharge orders, that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about a patient. In those discharge orders, like, I need some type of report that you got from the hospital. So anyways, I never got the report from the hospital. He said he had got it, but he never sent it. He never brought it down to me. Granted, like I said, they busy. Him and the administrator, they was busy all day. I could tell they was busy because they was doing COVID tests. I had to get tested. Well, I didn't have to get tested. I chose to get tested, and that was it. So I had to finally, like, get him to come down there and put it in. He puts the stuff in. And I was like, so how am I going to be able to, like, get any work done? Because if I walk away from this computer, the computer's going to freeze or whatever. It's going to go back to sleep. And you got to put, you got to put in your Windows login again. He was like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to see if I can get you logged in or whatever. So I basically had to be like, okay, I'm just going to have to sit here and not be able to get up and do anything. Like, I got to sit down and do this entire admission, put in all the orders, put in all the admission, what do you call it? Like, all of my head is killing me, y'all. Since they did that dang on test, all of this is just like, oh, it's just so much pain. Ugh, I feel like crap. It's so smoggy out here. So anyways, once he was like, oh, I'm gonna have to call IT. Or I was like, okay, so what about, is there anybody else in the building? Like, say you leave, because I thought he was gonna leave at some point. He was still there, like I said, when I left at midnight. I was like, if you leave, who else can log me in? So I'm like, why am I trying to troubleshoot everything? Like, you should be telling me what to do, and I just execute the orders. Like, you shouldn't be. Let me turn my brights on. Like, I shouldn't be. Whatever. It is what it is. It just is what it is. And I'm just getting to the point where I'm so frustrated with bedside nursing. I really like to be around patients and be able to take care of patients, but it's only so much you can do. You only like a little small part of it, which is important because, you know, the nurses are with the patients a lot. Nurses and patient care techs and CNAs, they're with the patients the most, you know. So it does make a difference, but it's just like, are you really making a difference? Are you really making a difference? Like, on the grand scheme of things, I don't know. I'm not trying to like dog it out, but I mean, you are making a difference, like, for that patient, but it's like putting a band-aid on it. Like, you only can do what you can do in those 8 hours. You don't know what anybody else gonna do in 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what else is gonna happen when you're not there. So the best thing to do is just do what you can in your 8 hours, and then it's just like, it is what it is after that, which, I mean, it is what it is. But anyways, I'm just like getting so tired of it. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna stay positive. I'm blessed to be able to do this. I'm blessed to be able to make a decent living for my family and to have the flexibility that I have and to also still have this platform to share with you all. So I'm blessed. Nonetheless, it's just, of course, it can be very frustrating working in this field because the DON came back over there. Like, I was like, okay, thank you for your help, because he was helping me, like, as far, he didn't help me with the admission, but he was like, okay, the agency nurses, they haven't been printing this off, they haven't been doing this, they haven't been doing that. So I was telling him thank you basically because I know I was asking him, like, come down here and freaking put your stuff in so I can do my job. Or the fact that I was like, okay, I need this printed off, like, it's not printing off from down here. Because what's so crazy is if he wasn't there, he's telling me to do all these admissions and this and that. If you wasn't there, how would I be able to do the admission? I don't have a Windows login. He was like, oh, the agency nurses, and it's not just you, it's some of my regular staff, they haven't been faxing over the orders to pharmacy. They haven't been doing this. So you all have to do that. You got to print off the orders. Okay, I'm trying to print it off from this computer. There's no printer. I can't even work. There's no printer over here. It's just a fax machine. So where am I printing to? So I had to go to him and be like, hey, it's not printing right for me. Can you? He's like, oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. So you get what I'm saying? Like, you want to sit here and demand that things get done and be so frustrated why it's not getting done. But as you can see, it's not getting done because it can't get done. Like, I can't make a printer, like, I can't make this computer print off something. Like, simple stuff like that, it's just like, you know, yeah, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. But, like I said, I'm blessed. So I just have to stay positive and keep working on other streams of income, keep working on, just working on, because if and when I do start school, I'm not doing this. It's too stressful. It's too stressful to be working for other people, and no. So I gotta but it's just other stuff too that's going on personally. But it's always something going on in your life. So you got whoever watching this, if you feeling me, you better like, comment, and subscribe. But it's always gonna be something. So you gotta make time for you. You gotta make time for what you really want in life. If you make time to go work for somebody for 8 hours, if you make time to go work for somebody for 12, 16 hours, you can make time for an hour out of the day towards you building up your dream. 2 or 3 hours, 5, 10 hours out the week for your business, for your whatever that you're working on, whatever it is that you want to accomplish outside of working for somebody else. You have time to do it. You have to just make the time. You know, like I was telling myself, like my girls wake up early as heck in the morning. I got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, about to be a 3-year-old. And yeah, it's so late. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But anyways, I wake up with them and I was like, you know what? If I wake up at 5:40 to go to somebody else's job, like I can wake up at 6 o'clock and get up before my kids wake up and have some time for myself, to give back to myself, to work out, to meditate, to read, to journal, whatever. Just to even just wake up and just whatever, you know, something for myself other than going to work, being a wife, being a mama, doing all this extra stuff. Like, no, I can make time for myself. I should make more time for myself. So, I know I just went off on a whole tangent, but Yeah, the DON came over there complaining about extra stuff, and I'm like, how are you over here complaining about what nurses aren't doing when you don't have any regular staff? Like, I don't get how facilities will bitch and moan about what agency is or isn't doing, but there's a reason why you have agency in your building. I'm gonna say this again, I said this before, like, there's a reason why you have agency in your building. I'm here to fulfill an immediate need. He's like, oh, and those papers over there are supposed to be, is this person getting around me? Okay, I'll let you go around. These papers are supposed to be filed, that whole pile of papers. How am I supposed to know that? As an agency staff, how am I supposed to know that this pile of random paper is supposed to get filed? How am I supposed to know that? It's not my fault that y'all don't have regular staff doing this. It's just not my fault. So don't try to come over here like, and it's passive aggressive because he's just saying it out loud instead of just being like, saying like, hey, can you file these papers? He's just saying it out loud. So I don't know. I mean, I get it because he's probably frustrated because a lot of stuff is falling on him as well. So I totally get it. But that's what happens when you decide to get that title as that DON. Okay, that's what happens. That's what you take on. You take on that responsibility. So it is what it is. The same when nurses get stressed out, we take on the responsibility. So we gotta do what we gotta do. But it's a freaking detour on the highway. Let me figure out where I'm at. But that's that, y'all. I had to go. I had to leave. I was not about to wait. I was like, I can just wait for the nurse. But I'm like, it's midnight. And I got to wake up and turn around and be up with these kids. I ain't going to mess around and get home till 1 o'clock. Because like I said, it's a freaking detour. And I got to be up with my kids at 6 something in the morning. And then still turn around and be right back up at this facility for evening shift. But it is what it is. After this, I'm not going to be picking up there no more for a while. But, hey. I got stuff I'm accomplishing and I'm working on, and I just gotta keep pushing forward. But I love y'all. I gotta go. I gotta figure out where the heck I'm at. Bye. Hey y'all. So tonight it was a rough shift. I did not want to come in. Yesterday I told the person who does staff, and I was like, just take me off the schedule. But then I was like, no, be a big girl. Go ahead and get your money. You signed up for this shift. Go ahead and work this shift. Okay. So I come in. I told y'all yesterday it was a whole issue with the admission because I didn't have any login information. So I literally had to sit down and do the entire admission in one sitting. And then anytime I had to get up and do something, it was a CNA that would sit at the desk for me and move the mouse around, move the keyboard, click stuff on the keyboard, just so the computer doesn't go to sleep. Because if it goes to sleep, it'll knock me out of Windows, and I'll have to type in my login for Windows. But I don't have a login for Windows. So the DON logged me into Windows under their Windows. So anyways, talked to the DON. DON was like, we're going to get this handled, and get a Windows login because y'all are supposed to be doing admissions on the computer. Okay, great. Come in today. I didn't even know there was an admission. I heard somebody kind of say it, but nobody actually said you have an admission. So I had to go upon take it upon myself to ask, like, or is there an admission? Oh yeah, someone's coming and 3 people are coming tomorrow. I'm like, I won't be here tomorrow, just so you know. But anyways, so a person came. Before the person even came, I went ahead and called over. I was like, hey, did you go ahead and get anything for me to get into the computer? I'm working on that. I'm gonna check and I'll let you know. Okay, great. I see the administrator. I let the administrator know, hey, the person's here, and I just want to make sure, oh yeah, okay, it's getting worked on. Okay, great. So I'm just kind of going through the day, and the patient still didn't come yet because the patient didn't come till after dinner. So I'm just like, okay, and I finally asked somebody, like, have you seen such and such? They was like, oh, they left. I'm like, oh, okay, so they left and didn't give me the information I needed. I get it, everything, whatever. They busy, they got stuff they doing. So don't come here complaining about why didn't anything get done on the computer, or why didn't this get done, or why didn't this get done, or why is this looking this way. I was not trained on doing admissions, especially paper admissions. I know how to do grading scale, John Hopkins, the fall assessment, the incontinence assessment, skin, all that jazz. But they had extra stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. So whatever. I did the stuff that I know, the main things, and I did my nurse's note, and I verified orders with the MD. So it is what it is. I will not be coming back to this facility anytime soon, just because I'm just not about that life right now. It's been a little too rough. I've been finding myself complaining way too much about this facility. And when I get in situations like that, I'm like, okay, this is not for me anymore, because I'm exhausting way too much energy. I'm too upset. I'm too naggy. I'm too like, I don't like that. I don't like going to work complaining all day. So instead of complaining, I just won't go there no more. At least for the time being, because I was on a rehab unit, meaning you got to chart, get vitals of everybody and their mama on this rehab unit with 27 patients and a new admit. That's too much for one nurse to have. I'm sorry, that's too much for one nurse to have. It just is. Because it's just too much, especially because the patients were extremely needy. Like, nothing wrong with the patients. They there, they need to get what they need, they trying to get whatever they need to get, what they paying for. So I can't even really complain about the patients. And the staff was still cool. Didn't have no issues with the staff. It was just it was so many lights. There was like only maybe 5 minutes here and there where there wasn't lights going off, but it was always lights going on. It was just a lot. Y'all know how it is. So, but like I said, I'm complaining way too much, so I won't be going back there. Nothing wrong with the staff. The staff is great. The person who does staffing, she's awesome. Like, the staff is cool, I guess, because most of the freaking staff is agency. So the staff cool though, like, honestly. And it's one floor. It's really just the rehab floor that's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, like, the whole place, I can tell they're working on some things. They're in transition right now. I can tell that they're just trying to get things together, and they will. Hopefully they will, but I don't want to be a part of it for now. So I gotta look and see if there's another place I can go to start back up at. But y'all, like, comment, and subscribe. Help support the channel. Check out all of my other websites and all my links and my Etsy shop and all that jazz in the description box. I'm tired. It's past 12 o'clock midnight. The nurse came on time. I'm grateful for that. What's so crazy is they had her down as an extra nurse, but she came in on time. So whomever that was running late or whatever, that person, they wasn't going to be able to work because she came on time. So I say, when you're doing agency, just be on time. That's one big thing. Be on time, because it can make or break you as far as being able to work your shift or not. Plus, once they see that you're on time and you actually show up, then they'll be like, okay, anytime you request, I'm going to go ahead and just put you in, because I know you're going to show up. So that's just something to think about. But like I said, it wasn't that bad. It's just not for me right now. It was just, I was way too stressed out, and I couldn't get things done the way I wanted them to get done. And I don't like that. So that's that, y'all. I'm tired. I had to finish that admission, so that's why I didn't get out till 12 midnight. And I'll take a break. But it's okay. I'm making my way home. I'm blessed to be able to drive home. Yeah, oh my goodness. I remember before I even became a nurse, you'd be working hard and then get on a bus to go home. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm so blessed. I'm just gonna focus on being blessed, focus on being happy, and focus on building up my brand, building up, all my different streams of income outside of nursing. Because I'm starting to just feel like really tired, really tired. So, but that's that. I'm able to get through it. I'm able to do what I gotta do, and I'm blessed to be able to do what I gotta do. I hope y'all taking care of yourself. I hope y'all are drinking your water, your agua, doing a little yoga, some meditation, some journaling, hanging out with a friend, or maybe you just, finding some time to get it in life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I know y'all can't see me, but it's dark, and I just want to give y'all some content. I love y'all. I hope y'all having a great day, a great night, a great moment. Thank you so much for your support. It's always greatly appreciated. Leave me any video ideas you want in the comment section. I'm going to be doing more of my sit down videos, so let me know if there's something. Sorry, my throat, I'm a little parched, honey. So yeah, let me know if there's anything in addition that you all want to see, in addition to vlogs, more sit down videos. Okay, I'm tired, I'm rambling. All right, y'all, I love y'all. Bye. And y'all, on top of that, I literally spent 30, 45 minutes on the phone, going back and forth on the phone with the hospital because they did not send any discharge orders. It was like it was so thin, like the discharge paper. I'm like, this is so thin. It was papers. I don't even know if it was from the hospital. I'm like, where is this from the facility that the resident was at before they went to the hospital? Like, what the heck? But anyways, it just showed like it showed what they had that day. It didn't show anything that said discharge medications, discharge orders. So I had to call the hospital. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't send them. I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, it took her so long to send them. She kept calling back. Is it going through? I'm like, no. I had her send it to a different fax machine. She's like, oh, it's not going through yet. I kept going back and forth between my fax machine and another floor fax machine, back and forth all day. Calling her. She was calling me back. She kept calling me. It's like, did it go through? Did it go through? I'm like, no. She's like, let me get somebody to help me. I'm like, oh my gosh. It finally came through. Yeah. I was like, how do you not send discharge orders? So in order for me to do anything, I got to get those discharge orders to write everything out because I had to write everything out. I had to write it twice. I had to write it for the physician order sheet, then I had to write it again for the MARS and the TARS. So it's just like, I know it sounds like I'm just like, oh my goodness, nurse, but you just complaining, but it was just like rough. And then on top of that, y'all, I swear it was what? I'm not gonna lie, it's October, and it was like 80 degrees outside. I think at one point it was 78, and then like when I was coming in, it was like literally 80 degrees. I'm like, how is it 80 degrees? Yeah, they still had the heat on. Some of the rooms, it was a little cooler, but like in the hallways and everything, they still had the heat on. It was so hot. I was literally drenching in sweat. I was like, how? I couldn't breathe. I had the mask on. That mask was so wet. I was just like, this is crazy. I literally broke down. I was like, I can't do it, y'all. The aides was like, what's wrong? Like, I can't do it. I'm just having a mental breakdown. This is too much. Like, it was crazy, but I got through it. I'm grateful I got through it. All right, y'all. This is the real deal. I'm going to keep it real for you all because everybody needs to know what really goes down. This is what really goes down, y'all. It gets worse, but I ain't going to go into full detail, but yeah, this is what really goes down.